details will keep you guessing till the very end.
Drop the gun!
Now tonight, see how justice was finally served. 2020 on ABC.
Oh, don't cry yet, little fella. There's still plenty of time for your Memphis Tigers, but it's Houston that gets on the board first. 9 plays, 73 yards in under 2 minutes with true freshman Clayton Tune. The 33-yard touchdown pass to Terry Martin, the second of the season for Terry, the junior out of Lufkin, Texas. And the early 7-0 lead. The winner of this one will meet UCF for the conference championship next Saturday afternoon. Yet to be seen if UCF will be unbeaten in that game. They still have to play USF this weekend. It's coming up next. Let's check in with the studio now. Kevin Nagandi.
Beth, now let's take a look at the DirecTV More for your college football thing. Iowa hosting Nebraska. Nate Stanley to Brandon Smith, 15-yard touchdown. Hawkeyes going for their 4th straight win in this series, up 7-0. Back to Beth and Anthony.
Thank you, Kevin. Oh, here's another look at Ed Oliver along that defensive line. He has not been over the center, Drew Kaiser. That was a matchup we were anxiously anticipating.
Yeah, a little trash talking by Kaiser. This is his 50th start at center, so that's a matchup to watch.
And the drop out in the flat, looking for Tony Pollard. So Ed Oliver, this was pregame, having some fun with the Memphis fans behind the bench. Of course, he got into an argument last week about overwearing that jacket on the sideline with his head coach, and the fake jacket put on pregame to have a laugh with the crowd.
Ball start, offense number 53, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, some people talked about him taking a hit on his draft because of that incident. I would disagree. When he's on the field, that speaks volumes to me. Yeah. I know they had a disagreement. There was a rule in place. The one thing I didn't like was Coach actually pulling the jacket off of him. But other than that, I mean, these guys have made it up. They're in good place, and he's playing today, which is the most important thing.
Rocky?
Yeah, Anthony, I just think Major Applewhite was trying to set an example for the team there and saying, look, one person's not over or any better than any other person on the team there. So I'm fine with the decision to kind of go after the jacket, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, even in a public space, though, Rocky, as opposed to waiting till halftime?
I just think he's less important about what America thinks and more important about keeping his team together.
3rd and 11 here. Brady White on the rollout, looking downfield and caught and then dropped at the 40-yard line. Joey Magnifico, the tight end, can't believe he didn't hold on.
And he's still on
4th down.
There. Magnifico had a huge game, 2 touchdowns last week. Comes down on the ground, hits that hip area pretty hard and lowered back. That may be something bothering him as he crawls off the sideline for Memphis. He's still down, Beth.
Yeah. And that is back-to-back 3-and-outs forced by this Houston defense. As you see, Mike Norvell, the 3rd-year head coach for the Tigers. Been a lot of speculation about his future. He's a real up-and-comer. The 4th youngest coach in FBS at the age of 37. And might there be some bigger name schools calling in regards to his talents in the very near future. 45 yards on that punt. Let's go back to what happened last week. The rule is if you're not playing, you shouldn't be wearing the jacket. Oliver was injured, wasn't playing. Major Applewhite said, take the jacket off, son. And then as they started to walk off the field, chattering with one another, and then obviously Ed got more and more heated. He ended up apologizing the next day. Passionate about football, he said, I got caught in an emotional moment. I respect my coach and love my team. And Applewhite said, passionate behavior is what makes Ed so good. Incomplete on the throw. And here's, in fact, the post-game from Major Applewhite.
Well, we just have a rule on the sideline that guys that are participating in the games, and specifically starters, that they have jackets so they can stay cool. I love him. I want him to be a part of our team. I want him to be with our team. It's really nothing more than that. You'd be amazed how many emotional things you deal with all the time with players. So, you know, this is just one that you see, but we deal with things like this all the time as coaches. That's part of our job.
And I'll just say this, the rule is fine. I agree with Rocky. If there's rules in place, you got to follow them. Oliver made a poor choice there. I just feel like in this scenario where he's pulling the jacket off the player, I rarely ever see that, a coach doing that stuff. To me, take it to halftime. Your quarterback just got knocked out of the game a couple plays before that. Just worry about it in-house and nobody sees it. That was the poor decision I thought that Applewhite had made in that circumstance.
So here we go with a 3rd and 7. Clayton Tune has Mo Bakar in the backfield. He's been out the last couple of games and now returning today.